Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another trip report. Today we are flying from Hong Kong to Los Angeles on United Airlines. So this is part two to a trip report that I had earlier. The first leg was flown on Cathay Pacific, and we then had a layover overnight here at an airport hotel, and then now we are flying back in United from Hong Kong to LAX. So welcome to Terminal 1 here at Hong Kong International Airport. One of the most stunning terminals in Asia, definitely one of the nicer airports in Asia. We went over to the United desk. It was a quick and easy drop off of our bag and verification of documents. I just wanted to show all the counters that United has here. Um, they also have a nice Premier Access line, and so everything that you can imagine that United provides at a large international airport where they have a large operation. We then proceeded to the departure section. First, they do a verification of your boarding pass. Then you go through security, and then after security, you could go through passport control. Um, Looking at the passport control, there's various lines. Obviously, people from mainland China and or from Hong Kong, and those from Macau. We then went over to the line where all other passport users use. Very easy experience. Unfortunately, Hong Kong does not have stamps anymore, but you do get to keep the landing strip that they give you when you arrive. Within Terminal 1, I looked over at the departure board. There I could see our flight, UA 153 to LAX, 9:15 a.m. departure. Um, I then decided to walk around Terminal 1 a little bit. I know I've showed this to you guys in some previous videos, so I won't show you too many more terminal views. But nonetheless, just it's an excellent airport overall, and there's some great options of just food and shopping and anything that anybody could want. So after walking around a little bit, I spotted a United Boeing 777-300ER that had arrived from SFO and is preparing for its departure back to SFO. Our flight was at 9:15. This flight was just after 10, maybe around 10:30. But nonetheless, here's some views of that beautiful 300ER. Definitely my favorite plane, along with the 7879. And there you can see behind it our United 7879 tail amongst the other Cathay Pacific tails. After getting a view of our planes, I decided to go back to kind of the main part of the terminal because I wanted to do some plane spotting. So here I'm at about, I think it was like gate 11 I saw over there. So kind of at the beginning of where the shopping is, kind of the tail end of the gates. So I proceeded to walk over to the kind of the east side, and I got a nice view of a Cathay Pacific 777-300. So Boeing 777-300 non-ER version. These are the high-density intra-Asia 777s that they have. You can easily tell by the fact that they have a smaller wing, as well as they have those Rolls-Royce Trent engines and not the GE90 115Bs. So awesome to see these still in Asia. These birds are nearly 30 years old, and I just honestly enjoy seeing them so much. And here's another kind of close-up shot of it. Um, it's just so cool to see that there's a lot of these non-300 or these non-ER birds still around. Along with Cathay Pacific, I got a nice view of the Singapore Airlines A350-900. Had arrived from Singapore, preparing for its flight back to Changi. And then I got another view of a Cathay Pacific 777, also a non-ER 300. You can tell by looking at the engine of the wing, preparing for a flight within Asia here. Um, Here is that United Boeing 777-300ER. This is when I started walking back to our gate. So you got the nice GE90 115B, just kind of, it's off, it's idling, the wind has just blown it a little bit, but definitely preparing for its flight back to SFO. And kind of there's that other beautiful shot of the bridge at Hong Kong International Airport leading to some other gates over there that you could see. We were at gate 5 today, or actually no, sorry, the SFO flight was at gate 5. We were at the gate right next to it. It might have been like gate 3 or something like that. But I wanted to get a view of our plane, and so today we were flying on November 24976. Again, November 24976. She is a 5-year-old Boeing 7879. She was delivered in January of 2020, and she had arrived from LAX early this morning, and so she was just getting prepared here for her roughly 12.5-hour flight on the way back. Alrighty, so our gate was gate 6 today for a flight UA153 to LAX. Boarding commenced. It was a pretty neat and orderly boarding. Pretty calm compared to airports, I would say, in Europe, especially considering this is the flight back to the US. There wasn't any extra security check, nothing like that, so it was nice to just kind of walk up to your gate and be able to walk away and stuff compared to some other airports in Europe. Um, so as we started boarding our 7879, today we had seats in Economy Plus. We were in, I think, seat 32L or 33L, something like that. Um, but nonetheless, kind of I've shown you guys this view before. We have the pillow there that can fold in half along with the blanket. Very adequate leg room, being an Econ Plus. Way more. I mean, I'm about 5'8", so definitely enough space for me, but definitely enough space for people who are even taller than me. Um, Tray table is one large piece compared to some other airlines where they have it where it folds. The entertainment screen, you guys have seen a million times from me. It's a great screen, um, and it's highly responsive, and I like the just kind of the interface that United has. Power outlets below, universal, so you can plug in any of your outlets in it. And then here's the view from our window. The headrests are adjustable, so I don't need to show you guys that, but they're adjustable and you can kind of adjust how they fold and stuff like that. So there you go. Pretty standard United Economy Plus. Definitely one of the better kind of more legroom, extra legroom types of economy that is out there in the airline industry. Alrighty, so after a pretty long taxi, we taxied over to runway 25 left for takeoff to Los Angeles. After taking off east towards the ocean, we then made a left turn because today our heading was we were going to go north, kind of through mainland China and over Shanghai. So Very cool routing compared to some other kind of the standard routing, which is kind of out over slightly north of Taiwan, south of Japan. Um, Nonetheless, United then started their beverage service and snack service before the meal. I got a Coke Zero as well as some pretzels. So the standard that United provides before they come out with their meal. Here you could see kind of the routing that we were starting to take. So we're flying over southern part of China, and then we're going to make our way up towards Shanghai and then out over Shanghai. So you guys will see that pretty soon. So really cool, kind of a beautiful day for flying. Some high clouds, but great visibility, and so I got some great shots, especially of Shanghai, that you guys will see coming up. Shortly after this, United came around with their meal service. Again, I've had this meal a million times in economy and on their flights in Asia. Stir-fried noodles with pork. Presentation is not the best, but honestly, the noodles taste quite good, and I really enjoy this meal. Cold bread roll, and then they had a salad there that kind of was like a bean sprout salad, which was, I honestly can't remember how it was. I think it was okay. They had a brownie there, which was very good. They had the bread roll, like I mentioned, and then they had wood cutlery. The meal overall was good, and then we were then kind of over the middle part of China, making our way up towards Shanghai there. And so pretty soon you guys will get some great views of Shanghai. Alrighty, so we are looking south right here, and so this is about where Hangzhou is, and you're even looking further south. So Shanghai is to our north, but basically we are basically dumping out over the Hangzhou Bay here as we make our way over then across towards Japan. But it's just a massive area, a massive expanse. It really shows you how large the area is around Shanghai, because I think Shanghai itself has over 25 million people, and probably the surrounding area is maybe double that. But it's just a huge area, both geographically, population, and then obviously Shanghai might, I think it's the world's largest port, might be one of the world's largest ports, and you can totally tell because this bay here, this is just massive. So really cool. I loved our routing today because I've never been to Shanghai, so it was able to take me to some places overhead that I have never been to before. So as we were over kind of the Hangzhou Bay, United then came around with a bottle service, or not a bottle service, a beverage service, and they gave around these bottles of water. So that was a nice touch. It's great having extra water in a flight. And then after about another hour and a half, then we were over Japan. As you could see here on the map, we were north of Tokyo, about north of right where Sendai is, and then we were going to cross over and over the Pacific. And then they dimmed the windows. I actually asked for the flight attendant to allow me to undim my window because they had them completely pitch black and locked. But this is what the view looked like from my window for basically the entirety of the flight, because then it got dark. About halfway through the flight, United came around with a ham sandwich and some Kit Kat bars. The sandwich, I was pretty hungry, so it tasted pretty good. Probably could have been a little bit better, but honestly, it's better than having no mid-flight snack, and the Kit Kat was obviously great. So overall, the sandwich was fine. Then it got pitch black, and it was dark until we made our way over to Los Angeles. This is kind of the last shot I got until we were just kind of out over the Pacific before crossing into California. Here is the beautiful view of the sunrise. So we're, facing east. And sorry for it being vertical. That was kind of the only way that I could get a great shot. But here's that sunrise over the Pacific. Alrighty, so then as I was showing you that sunrise, this is kind of where we were, and United then started their meal, their pre-landing meal. Today I went with the Western breakfast option. I got a coffee, and which was quite good and much needed at this point. They had that kind of Quaker oatmeal type bar thing right there. Chocolate thing was good. Then eggs with sausage, the broccoli, and some hash browns. This is actually really good. I highly enjoyed this meal. Definitely a great Western option breakfast meal, so I hope that United decides to keep it. And then we eventually, shortly after that, we made some turns. We descended, and we were on final approach here to LAX. Today we landed on runway 24 right. So This concludes the trip report for today. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please stay tuned. I have many more trip reports coming down the pipeline. Please like, subscribe, and drop me a comment and let me know what you'd like to see in future videos. Thank you again, everybody, for watching. Appreciate it.